Coming to you from Baltimore, Maryland. It's time for Wendy and Friend, the love green-eyed masterpiece of her father Jack. The funny, the charming, the only Wendy Townsend.
Have you never heard my intro before?
I haven't heard it in a while.
I don't like the way that sounds. Too busy to go do stuff with your own show, but too busy to listen to mine, you son of a bitch.
Understandable. I like how we just talked about narcissism too.
Yeah, well, duh. What do you think comedians are? They're just all seeking affirmation.
Yeah.
You stand on stage and tell jokes because you want people to laugh at your jokes and think you're funny. I can't look at a poster at myself all goddamn day.
No, I mean, I look at your poster review all that goddamn day. That
Yeah,
might be fun.
you better suck that shit up, Anthony Davis. Welcome to Wendy and Friends, and welcome Anthony Davis to the couch. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me, by the way.
Thank you, by the way, for driving all the way up here into Narnia.
Yeah, of course.
Much appreciated.
It doesn't look like Narnia to me. Like, this is like, I drove by some cows and I just wanted to stop and play with them.
Yeah, you are from the South, right?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
North Carolina.
Is that the South?
Almost.
I mean, have you gone to North Carolina and not thought, what the hell have I gotten into?
When I think North Carolina, I think Hornets.
I never get off
Hornets.
95, so.
Hornets? That's
Like,
what you think?
isn't Charlotte in North Carolina?
Yeah.
The Charlotte Hornets, the basketball team?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I guess so.
You gave me a look like I was retarded.
No, I thought you meant like actual hornets. Like,
No,
Well,
I'm
I'm
not-
sure they have them too.
Yeah, I meant like Raleigh's is the capital, and then you have the Charlotte Hornets, and then there's nothing else about North Carolina.
oh, we got
Yep, there's a
Food.
long pause there,
we
and
got
then you said food.
We got food. We got people.
We got food. We got people.
We got Carolina Hurricanes.
You got Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
I don't know. See, you don't even have Myrtle Beach. God, it sucks.
Have you been in Myrtle Beach?
No, my dad loves it there, though.
It's the worst place ever.
Dad, his name is Anthony Davis. Make sure you don't friend him on Facebook, just like all of his other comedy friends.
Appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's just like the last time I went to Myrtle Beach, I was like 13 or 14, and I found a silicone implant floating in the water.
How is that not the best time as a 14-year-old, you fucking son of a... I would be throwing darts at it.
I thought it was a jellyfish, to be honest, at first, and then I grabbed it, and I was like, oh.
You were like, oh, it's a titty.
I went up to my mom. I got out of the water.
How do you lose one of those?
Not only that, you're 14. Used to be like the best discovery ever. And he's like, God, it's the worst place I've ever been in my life.
Well, that's unsanitary.
That would still be on,
Or
on
a
shelf
shark.
in my house.
A shark ate a beach bimbo and her tit floated ashore. And that's like, you mean, you could, there's so many stories that could be concocted. And you're like, that's unsanitary.
He was young. He was young.
I was young
Yeah.
and foolhardy.
I would write a whole book on my discovery of the silicone tit.
That would be a great book.
It would be a good read.
It's Narnia, the silicone titty.
Yeah. Chapter 1.
Yeah.
I was 14 years old.
I love it when people talk about accents. So, like, it sounds so nice.
It sounds so nice. We have food. We have people. This is the worst place I've ever been in my life.
Myrtle Beach, I got Myrtle Beach. I stayed out of the water. Other than that, got good food. Other than that, I like North Carolina just for food and people. Nicest people in the
Food
world.
and people, nicest people in the world. Do you have you ever watched Talladega Nights? Because that's I feel like I'm in a movie right now.
Yeah.
If I wanted pussies for children, I would have named them Dr. Quinn and Medicine Woman.
My name's Walker and Texas Ranger.
I'm gonna kick you in the dusty balls, old man. I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
I'm gonna come at you like a spider
like a
monkey.
spider monkey.
Get him,
Dear
dear Lord, baby Jesus.
Honey, Jesus was a grown man with a beard.
I'm saying the prayer. I can say the prayer to ever. I can say the prayer to whoever Jesus I like, and I like the baby Jesus best.
I like to picture my Jesus in a tuxedo T-shirt because it's like a serious, but he's ready to party.
I like to picture my Jesus fighting off samurais.
Why are you listening to the radio and watching TV at the same time? I like to party. Why do I keep talking to you? It's like a trap.
No, you can talk. We can talk in Southern accent.
I
the
can do
entire
it all
time.
day. I can do it all day. Say you like crepes, and I will not break your arm. Crepes? Oh man, those tiny pancakes with the fruit in them. I love them.
Hey, no matter how this goes, can we go get some after this? I mean, I'm just saying, can we go
Yeah.
get some after this?
Not gonna do it. Better break my arm.
Break
Can
it, Preppy, let
Can
please.
he? Can he just say he likes the little pancakes with the fruit in them?
Yes, that's
Yes,
fine.
that's fine. Yeah, I could do that all day. Okay, so Anthony, I met you because you are a local stand.
Yeah.
When did I first meet you? Was it at the steakhouse in Annapolis, or did
Nah.
I meet you before then? O'Brien's.
Oh yeah. No, like I've said hello to you before, and like at Wits End, but yeah, that was the first time I sat down. You sat down next to me.
See,
talk.
I have been to Wits End maybe 5 times,
Yeah.
and I never get to talk to anybody there because it's always like shh comics.
I've heard like.
But then all the other comics end up talking anyway because they're fucking assholes. So it doesn't matter.
Right, like no, I remember saying hi-winded to you, and then you
Was
said,
I nice?
Yeah.
Was I nice?
Yeah, you're nice. Of course, nice.
Don't say because I'm in front of you. This dick move. Just, I mean, when you first met me, was I like, oh hi, it's nice to meet you?
Yeah, I was like, hi, Wendy. I'm Anthony. And you're like, hi, I'm Wendy.
Oh,
It
look at
was-
me. I'm approachable.
Yeah,
People don't think that I am though.
that's I don't think
I know
that.
it's so fucking weird, dude. It's so weird. I'm like, look, I fart just like the next guy. It's really, I'm nobody cool. How long have you been doing stand up now? Because you were awfully fresh and wet behind the ears. I remember when we had our conversation at O'Brien's.
Yeah, I just passed my year mark in March
March what?
for 5th.
You sounded unsure there.
I was about to say 1st, but it's March 5th.
March 5th.
You
Oh.
know how men are with dates.
Do I? Do I, Michael?
Yes, of course you do.
Um,
Ask your father when his anniversary was.
my dad.
Yeah, he don't.
First of all, he's the worst example because he calls me 3 days early on my birthday.
That's awesome.
That's good, actually.
Maybe he's just can't
Then
wait.
I'm
No
make
way.
sure.
He'll call and be like, happy birthday, kid. I'm like, Dad, it's not my birthday. It's your wife's birthday. He goes, I thought you guys, I knew your birthdays were close. Yeah, not on the same fucking day, bro. Ugh. This guy.
My mom's
3
birthday
days.
is 4 days
3
before mine.
Yeah?
Yeah, and she just forgets that.
Yeah.
she's
You're
gotten-
thanks for stealing my fucking thunder, broad. You couldn't have sex like 2 days prior? Jeez.
Well, technically had it 9 months and 4 days prior.
Yeah. Actually, women are pregnant for 10 months, but I'll let you have that.
Oh, okay.
Um,
The vagina is a very complex and
yeah.
crazy thing that I'd have
That's
no
why they
understanding
call
to.
it Pandora's box. Although some boxes are more available than others. Speaking of, how do you feel about the Amanda Tracy debacle?
Oh, wow. I like how you. That was a good one. That was a good transition.
You like that?
Yeah. That was very
Segue.
good. Segues. Sometimes I love comedian segues. They're
Yeah.
fun.
Sometimes I like you to open your knees and connect the dots. I'm sorry, what?
Chicken soup. So
For the soul, but not the cancerous soul. That's fake.
what up, wop, what up, wop.
Why do I keep talking?
I like it. Oh, it's just fun. Back and forth.
When did you? Okay, I'm sorry. So 1 year, March 5th. Your
Mhm.
mom's birthday is 4 days
Before
earlier
mine.
than yours.
Mhm.
Okay. We'll get to the AT thing soon. What are your goals in stand up?
Well, I got into it because I love making people laugh, and honestly, my whole goal is just to be able to do comedy 24, like all the time.
You want to be? Yeah, that's what you want as like a career.
Yeah.
Yeah. What got you started? You were just like, hey, I need to start telling jokes in larger audiences.
The first time I ever thought about doing stand, I've thought about doing stand, but I just never got the the final push to get on stage. And I remember the date, because it was the end of the year show at Magoobies in 2013. I saw Damo Hicks and Larry Noto, and I talked to them both after the show, and I had a long conversation with Larry, and he said just told me everything I needed.
Isn't
to
he
do.
like the nicest guy?
Yeah, I have nothing but nice things to say about him.
You don't have anything but nice things to say about anyone, I've noticed. So don't just specify,
Okay.
Larry Noto.
But like
Because I've never heard you say a mean thing ever.
I can tell you right now, I've told Larry this. I owe everything to you about getting on stand up.
What does he say?
He said that's the nicest thing he's ever heard. I'm 100% mean that.
That is wonderful. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, he really is.
He really is like the nicest dude.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite places to do stand up?
Oh, I like that. Right now, I like the hard ones, like Wits End.
Well, hello there.
Like Wits End is a good room. It's you can see like Andrew Unger sometimes watch your set, and it's
You think
It's-
he's listening? Because that's adorable if you do.
sometimes I thought,
Yeah.
like I honestly did think he was listening sometimes.
Yeah, he had a ton of critiques when I hosted a show at the club once, and then I asked him what he thought, and he said, "Oh, I don't know. I was with my family. We were eating sushi."
I did a show, like I hosted a show with Mickey Coachella on St. Patrick's Day, and I remember him saying like, "Yeah, you had yourself together. It was like, okay."
Yeah, and you're like, just together? That's
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, no, it's just.
You said I brought all these people in here.
I was like, "Do you have any?" He's like, "Yeah." It was, good job, Anthony. You're a nice guy.
So Wits End is your favorite because it's hard?
Yeah, I like if a mic's too easy, like if I know people are gonna laugh.
Where do you think mics are too easy? Where are these places? I gotta visit them.
Let's see.
Now, if the women there are easy, that's very different than if the mics are easy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. No, I mean if I like rooms that like everybody's like it's a hard room because mostly comics,
Yeah.
and
I do hate those. I hate when you're like, oh, the only audience members are comics.
I like it sometimes
Yeah.
because a lot of times comics are almost the hardest critics to please. If you make a comic
Well, that
laugh,
and they're miserable with themselves. And
Or they're too busy talking.
Well, that,
Yeah.
or they're on their phones or outside smoking weed. And then if they think you're funnier than them, then they immediately get like, you were all right, I guess.
oh, that's how they get.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay. But that's the great thing about Wits End because you can just literally you can look outside and see people not paying attention to
Oh,
you.
yeah. That's any place. Coco Lane, infamous
For Coco Lane,
for having 10 people in the front, but 50 people outside in the
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Coco Lane was one of my favorites too because there's actually have like an audience of people and then the comics usually stay outside. So you actually can get like a good honest feedback.
Yeah, I do actually enjoy Coco Lane. I was telling my friend that I miss going to stand-up shows. I never go out anymore, and I never get to see anybody, and I never get to do open mics, and I'm going to start stalking rooms like a fucking little weirdo.
But you love your job.
I do love my fucking job. It is awesome. However, tomorrow night, I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Coco Lane. And then, like, 8 o'clock's going to come around and be like, I'm awfully tired.
Yeah.
And I have all these plans. I want to go to these rooms, and I want to hang out, and I want to stalk people, and I want to laugh at jokes. And then I'm like, I really got to get up early.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking to Robert Andrew about that. He's like, why do we keep going to these shows? Because we get asked to do them when not on that day. Because it gets that day, you're like, I kind of wanted to stay home and eat Oreos.
Yeah.
Eat Oreos and relax. But nope, I already said I'd do this show. So
Oh,
might
yeah.
as well I gotta go to it now.
Yeah, and then you look at other shows, and you're like, how come I wasn't asked to do that show? I want to be on that show.
Yeah.
How come I'm not on that show? And then you realize you're like, oh, because I'm on that show next week. And then you look at the lineup, and you're like, oh, I want to be on that show. These are thoughts that are going to go through your head, I'm sure.
No, I've got.
Or
all
already
those.
have if they haven't already.
Yeah, they've already gone through my head a few times.
What is your best story so far doing stand-up locally here in the Baltimore area?
Let's see. Best story.
Anybody try to stab you?
No, thankfully. If not with their eyes, I get that a lot. But let's see.
Best story, like where you're just like, I can't believe that just happened to me. Been heckled yet? Nothing?
Oh, I get heckled all the time. I love being heckled.
Me too.
I encourage it.
I don't encourage it, but I do enjoy the occasional heckle.
I like to do
I
crowd
will
work.
stab you in the throat if you keep doing it, though.
If somebody starts like the weirdest thing's ever happened to me so far, I was doing a show and it was in front of a pool, and
like a water pool.
Yeah, it was a pool. Like and the stage was uncomfortably close to it, and electrical stuff everywhere. And
that sounds brilliant. Please tell me who put that show together.
It was a organization that was
ISIS.
No, close though.
They were the Taliban.
They were trying. That'd be great. Just like, thanks a lot for having us tonight. Really diverse crowd. But it was.
Are there women in the crowd? Oh, I can't see them.
There they are.
We're awful.
Walk. But some guy came up to the stage and he was high on acid, and he just started asking me. He's like, middle of my set. He's like, "Hey, do you want to know how to do it with a bear?" I'm like, "Is anybody gonna stop him?"
Yeah.
But he just kept going. I was
if somebody walked up to me and I had a microphone and they were like, "You want to know how to do it with a bear?" I'd be like, "No, I don't want to know how to have sex with you."
like, I just asked him, yeah, and he did like a whole 4 minutes about telling me how to do a
Yeah.
bear, and then I just kept going with it because he's just so out of it. I was like, "What do you do for a living?"
Yeah. I'd have been
He's-
like, why don't you come up on stage? And then I would have brought him up and I would have pushed him right in the fucking pool.
I won't. It got progressively worse than that. But he ended up being a camp counselor.
I really want to be in these places when these things happen.
These are like there was only 2 comedians, and they said we have an hour and a half.
yeah,
I was
and you
like-
were like, all right, cool, I'll do 20, you do an hour and 10.
Yeah, like I was the one that had. I actually was the one that's been doing it longer, so I had to do the hour.
Who was the other person?
He was a new guy. His name was Phil. He's up from Pennsylvania. Got nothing but nice things to say about that guy. He's
Stop saying that about people.
I'm sorry.
It's just a disclaimer at this point.
It is.
Just, yeah.
I really, but like
Yep.
Can we get him?
he's but that show was just it was
Phil, what's his last name?
Krotz.
McCracken?
Krotz. Krotz.
I don't know Phil.
He's a nice guy.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard you had nothing but nice things to say about that guy.
I mean, bet you can name a bunch of people. I've probably got nothing but good things to say about them.
Oh, I don't know. Everybody on my friends list?
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, but
Yep.
thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say anything mean about somebody because I don't know their situation.
I know, Steve Carell. We got it. Jesus Christ. You need to sleep at night. So tell me about the cooking webcast that you had there.
Yeah.
Well, you have it, but you've just been too busy to execute.
Yeah.
Do you need a producer?
I got one right here.
Right.
I'm really good with a soundboard.
It
That
was
was your cue. There we go.
so close. That was great, but we almost it was 2 episodes. The first one was with Robert Andrew, and it was unedited. It was the first pilot episode. It was pretty fun, and the second one was with Tommy Sambazo and Brian Preston, both fantastic on that show. And it was good. The show people were liking and everything. Just I have absolutely no time for it. Like it's I gotta get the people on. Gotta find the time to make sure everybody's together. Gotta get all the ingredients, and then each.
It's a bitch, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And
It's a bitch, especially when you produce it from Narnia.
Yeah.
And then people go, I'm sorry, where?
Yeah. I thought about that when you said me where you
Yeah.
guys are at Kingsville.
Yeah.
Where's that?
When you got to get people together, and then 10 hours to 24 hours before they bail on you, and then you have to find somebody else to fill in, and then you feel like a dick because that person feels less cool because they're a fill-in and they're not an actual book guest. Yeah, it's a fucking bitch. Right?
Yeah.
I hope
So
it
why
No.
are you doing this here?
Oh, because I love it.
I like doing it. It's just
I know, I was...
too much time editing.
Well, when you get cracking again, I want to cook something.
Yeah, of course.
Because I don't eat
absolutely.
meat, and I don't want fucking... Yeah, we're going to cook something vegetarian.
Okay. I help cook with my sister. She's a
She
vegan.
does like seafood.
Yeah. I do like seafood. A pescatarian, sorry.
She missed crab dip last week.
Oh.
I've grabbed it in my fridge. I didn't miss anything.
My sister's a vegan, so she has some recipes for me.
Yeah, I want to do that. But,
Yeah.
whenever you have time.
It's just that it's the
Some of us have 3 jobs and a podcast and a dog and a sex life, but whenever you get time.
Well, thank you for saying that about me. But anyway, like each episode was like 4 hours of footage, and I had to edit it down to like 15 minutes, and I've never edited before.
Oh, yeah. Wow, really?
Yeah, so I literally just sat there for like.
Why don't you make it a point to make 15-minute meals?
I thought about that, and then I wanted to
Be a
make
lot of rice-a-roni, I feel.
yeah, like the one that I cooked with Tommy was shepherd's pie stuffed green peppers.
Oh, yeah, that's like a 3-hour meal.
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
The one of with candied bacon, what me and Robert Andrew were cooking, there was a recipe that called for 28 days. Like you had to you put the bacon
Yeah.
like raw inside the brown
And you were
sugar.
like, oh, my God, I thought we were cooking something, but I'm actually going to AA,
Yeah, I was just sitting there just like.
and I'm going to be gone for 28 days.
So we have to brine it for 4 days, and then we have to lightly salt it every 2 hours for six days.
Yeah.
No,
Or we can just deep fry it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, let's just deep fry it.
Yeah, let's just fry it.
And
Or we can go to Taco Bell and then spend 15 minutes of our lives not cooking something that takes 28 goddamn days.
I like when you're talking to me. Sometimes my accent comes over you. You don't even realize it, do you?
No, I'm doing it to you.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. 'Cause sometimes it.
Oh, do you think I picked that up?
No.
Oof.
Thank you.
No,
Appreciate that.
I mean, no offense, you're adorable, but that is my least favorite accent.
Southern accents.
Mm-hmm.
And why is that?
I just don't know. I don't like it. I don't like country music. I don't
like country music either.
It's weird.
It really is.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I hate country music to a T.
I don't hate country music. It's just not my it's not my music of choice, one, and two, a lot of it is repetitive, which also like pop music is also. But
that's how I feel about rap actually.
I know. I
care
really
for it.
enjoy classic rock. It's my favorite. It's my favorite genre of music.
Mine is actually classical music.
Well, this is getting weird.
Why is that?
Because that's fucking weird.
Why?
Because you're 10.
I used to play in an orchestra for like 6 years, and so that's just the music I've been playing, like that stand-up bass instrument, like the cello, violin, viola. I've been playing stand-up bass for about 15 years now. That's why
you need to incorporate that into your stand-up.
I am. I'm on that music competition at.
You should literally take a cello on stage, make a joke, have music behind it, and be like, brr, 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 whatever the fuck you do. And you're like,
that's great. It is. That's
that's
Beethoven's. Da 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 da.
Yeah, do it. Do that.
I'm going to, on the 8th.
Ooh, I like it. You should do that old 1920 song. It was like, can you do that on the
da
cello?
da 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 da
Yeah.
da da.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's see. That's calls for 2 violins, drums, and bass.
Be a one-man band and tell some jokes.
And a trumpet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. It's just the bass is.
You should hit the G chord and be like, that's my G string.
Is that how I say it too?
Yeah.
J string.
Yeah, J string.
I like that. J string.
Nobody can help Baby Huey on the road there. God, what is wrong with us? Okay. Let me. My pen's not working.
If you don't like Southern accents, I can hide it for you if you would like me to.
I noticed that you started to as soon as I said it.
I'm good. I do this for my job. I hide my accent.
Yeah.
It's because people don't want to be told. Just
sometimes my Baltimore accent sneaks out.
Is it when you get excited?
We have an accent.
I think it's when I talk. No, you definitely do. If I hear if I hear the word Monday come out of your mouth one more time,
Monday.
It's Monday, and he's like Monday. I'm like, Michael, stop it!
I remember talking to somebody for like 10 minutes.
House.
For 10 minutes about how to say Baltimore, because I say Baltimore.
I say Baltimore, and then when I wait on tables, if they say water, I go 2 waters.
Balmer, hun.
Yeah. Ocean Nose, hun. Downee Ochean, hun. Blair Road, hun. I know it's awful. I know.
It's amazing how just a simple accent will just change everything you hear.
Oh yeah.
Just with Southern accents.
We have a book.
We have a book.
Balmer has a book, hun.
Well, half people in Baltimore can't read, hun, so what's the point of having a book? You know what it does? It holds my lawn chair up in the ocean, hun. I'm sorry.
You got a lawn chair in the ocean?
Of course I got a lawn chair in the ocean from Baltimore, hun.
I can't do a Baltimore accent.
I tied to the back of my brother's boat.
Downee Ochean, hun.
I love hun. That's my favorite.
So you're very, very busy, as you said.
Uh-huh.
How often do you do stand-up? How often do you get up and do time?
I try to do
busy?
Try to do at least 7 times a week, at least.
Well, now I know where your fucking time is going, ass clown. Why don't you cut it down to 6 and do a fucking webisode of cooking?
I'm trying to. Like, I'm actually.
You need a little time management in your life.
I do.
And I will be more than happy to take care of that.
I appreciate that.
And then get very exhausted with the
fact that you
task.
You
and
took
then
on another
annoyed.
thing.
Yeah.
Wendy has time.
And then you're just gonna message me like, "Hey, I'm just gonna." Stop doing
Here's
this.
the thing: it would take 10 minutes to write an email with an itinerary of a week. I would do that. 10 minutes. I would say, "Hey, stop doing stand-up 7 days a week, Mike Finazzo. Cut it down to 6, and fucking do your webisode."
I know.
Do you?
Well, yeah, I do know. Like, I've been told by people, family too, that Anthony, you do stand up too much. Other comedians say, "Hey, where do you have time to do everything else?" Like, that's all my time is work, eat, and stand up.
You don't ever masturbate?
Oh man, yeah, that. But I
but
usually
don't fucking josh me.
I usually
work, eat, stand up.
I usually do it in between.
I'm eating and masturbating at the same time.
Yeah, usually I'm multitasking. I'm trying to. Maybe sometimes I'm masturbating while doing stand up in the mirror.
Yeah.
Just sometimes.
If you weren't, you would be completely unhuman.
Right? Would you fuck me? I would. I'd fuck me.
Exactly. That's weird. Got weird. Where's the lotion?
Put What's the lotion in
Have-
the basket?
Have you ever done Baltimore Comedy Factory or Magoobies? You said you did Magoobies with Mickey. Have you ever
Uh-huh.
done like the competitions?
Yeah, I did the the new comedian competition. I did that 9 times before I won.
At the factory or Magoobies?
Magoobies.
9 times, really?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you. Have you ever done the one at the factory?
Yeah, I did it in I did like they said that you had 3.5 minutes, and you had to bring 8 people, and I got 8 people there, and I was getting up there. I was like, oh my gosh, finally got it, and then I realized how short 3.5 minutes is. That's when
anything 3.5 is short.
because I'm a storyteller. I love that's what my
Yeah.
jokes are, storyteller, and compressing a story, and I
Yeah, but
couldn't do
those
it.
challenges are fun.
Yeah,
Where you're like, oh man, I need to get like
Mhm.
3 really good zingers in here.
and I wish I could do it again, but I have to wait till next year to do it. I just have no idea how else to go to Baltimore Comedy Factory besides the competitions.
There's not another competition until next year. It's only June.
Yeah, because it's in the next round, isn't it? I mean, if I have wrong information, please tell me.
I mean, they only hold one competition a year? That's not right.
Really?
I would ask Joe Robinson
Okay.
about that.
I will.
Yeah, I would definitely ask him because I feel like they don't happen just once a year. Like, yeah, maybe the finals
Joe?
do.
Robin Joe on the Moore Network?
Yeah, or Joe Robinson on the Moore Network on the Robin Joe Show. Also, our favorite fill-in at 98 Rock, WYYY, 97.9 FM.
That was amazing
That was a lot. Like,
because you
that was
actually
the
sat
best
up
line of
straight.
plugs I've ever.
You didn't see it, everybody, but she stood up straight.
I puff my chest when I'm
she-
serious about, getting it in there. Well,
That's-
hello there.
That's how I do with my accent too. I
Mm.
just sit up straight.
98online.com. Anywho, do you listen to 98 Rock?
No, I do not.
Well, this has been a really nice visit. Thank you for coming. All right, let's get back to the Amanda Tracy situation.
Wow, you all right? Cool.
What I have a list of shit. We're nailing it right now.
It's good. I like that.
Tell me how you feel about people who fake cancer.
Uh,
I got nothing bad to say about that guy. I really don't. I got nothing bad to say.
was that a soundboard, or was that
Of course not.
okay? It's
You just got an email.
oh, okay.
Soundboard. We don't have
Honestly,
soundboards here.
I'm not her, and whatever she did.
No fucking shit.
You're not gonna get like you're not gonna. I'll say it like it's a fucked up situation. That
There you go.
it really honestly shows you how far if you take a lie and you just never come clean with it, how far it
Yeah.
can go, how bad it can get.
You know what else was a lie about that?
What's that?
Her being a comic.
Are you gonna do the meow sound for it?
No, he's digging because it's fucking accurate. You hit that cat and you're dead. No, the crappy part is like I never said a word to her, but I already felt something was off. Like as soon as I met her, I was like, something's not right with this person. And then everybody was like befriending her, and she was becoming like pretty common in like the local scene. And I was like, I don't know, man, I don't know. I never said one word to her. She called me out on stage at O'Brien's once for something, and I didn't like it because I was like, I don't know you that well. We're not
Right.
buds. Don't fucking call me out while you're on the microphone. And then she did this whole thing because I was dating somebody at the time where she was in a gossip group full of vaginas, and then claimed that this person tried to hit on her, blah, 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 blah. And that became a thing. And then Tyler Dark had to get involved, and then that became a thing. And I was just like, you know what? Too much drama, and I don't even fucking know you. I've never said one word to you.
Right.
And then the whole she has cancer thing came about, and then it was like she, had a benefit show, et cetera, et cetera. And then all of a sudden she was gaining weight, and she was a stripper. And then I saw her webisodes, and then she was flashing people and asking people if she thought she was fat. And then I was like, wow, I fucking hate this girl. And then the next thing I know, the whole fake cancer thing came about, and I was like, I fucking knew it. Like everybody else did. And then she deletes everybody, and that's it. Like it's gone. I'm like, I hope we still talk about this.
I'm still on friends with her. No, on Facebook I am.
Yeah, that's why.
'Cause she never deleted me.
Okay.
What
good.
is the matter with you?
I get asked that.
Well,
a
who
lot.
has deleted you? Let's get into that.
Oh, the only person that I know of that has actually deleted me is James Finn.
Did you ask him why?
I did ask him why.
What did he say?
It's just like I said before.
Damn it.
Sorry. I didn't,
We talked about it when the mics were off, but I was like, please say this when the mics were on because this is fucking hilarious. Go.
just that as a person, just to
You guys were hanging out. You guys went out as a group.
Yeah.
You and some other buds.
Yeah.
And he genuinely was like, look, I don't really care for you.
Yeah, that's just what it was.
And here's the funny thing, and I said this to you. You are one of the nicest guys I've ever met. And James Finn is also one of the nicest guys I've ever met. And I find it hilarious that the two nicest people I know are like in a room together, and it's just too much niceness.
Yeah.
And even him defriending you was nice. He's like, look, I just don't really care for you.
And
I don't know what it is.
And
I don't really care for you.
When we talked to each other about it too, we were just the most civil people. Like, I understand that. I'm sorry that he said the same way. Like, I'm sorry. This is how it is. And then we just stopped talking to each other. And that's honestly.
And see, here's the thing. It's just too nice and just too cut and dry for me.
Really?
Yes, I honestly believe that the females and or one female you were hanging out with was probably paying attention too much to one of you, and then the one person believes that you were getting too much attention from said female, who one person, either be it you or James, had a crush on, and then it just became a thing, and there was a vibe and there was tension, but it had nothing to do with you.
Well, like we were bowling, and I had this.
She just blamed it on a chick.
I'm not blaming it on a chick, but I'm telling you right now, if that chick has no idea that men in the room like her, and then the other men in the room are like, well, why is she paying attention to that other guy, but that guy secretly likes her, and he's never... The guy secretly likes her and has never come out, then immediately hates the other fucking guy. Because she has no idea.
Oh, okay.
That's just how it is.
Well, like, we were, like...
Everybody blames Angelina, okay, but Brad decided to leave.
I completely agree with that.
Thank you.
I'm Brad and Jelena for life.
Same for life.
I get told that like I'm nice. I'm actually too nice to people sometimes because like
I believe that.
Because it became apparent when we were actually all bowling and I was constantly talking to people on left and right and they were women. Yeah. Obviously, and I was just like I was talking to them like, hey, you got like good job. I give them high fives and everything, and that could have been it or something.
Yeah, and maybe he was like, fuck that, Mr. Nice Guy. I'm the nice guy around here. There can't be two of us. There can't be two Kramers here.
We can't operate the same. No. And there's some singularity where we just explode.
I just think it's hilarious. I don't believe that it's that cut and dry. There has to be like a hidden layer.
I hope.
Then somebody just going, I really don't just care for you. I can't go up to somebody, I really don't care for you. I'm like, God, I need to know why I don't care for that person. I got to dig fucking deep. I got to know why I can't be in the same room with that person. And I got to know why.
Well, maybe it's a level where it's not, well, if it's showing too much that you care. Like saying I don't care for that person, like I don't have any other thought about them. That's it. I don't have enough.
Yeah, but the defriending.
Huh.
I don't know.
I mean, it's
weird, right? There's so many people I'm friends with on Facebook that I have to unfollow their notifications because it's annoying as shit. But if I see them in person, I'm like, oh my God, hi.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You put on that face. I do that sometimes too.
Yeah, and I mean, like at the same time, people know how I feel about stuff. So I can only be fake to a degree, which is not a very high degree. You know, you either know I like you or I don't. You know that like I'm easily annoyed by you or whatever. Like it's very easy to tell my emotions and my feelings about people. But for the most part, I'm a genuinely nice person. I do like people. I love being social. You know, I love being supportive. I will talk to anybody. But, you know, there are, you know, obstacles or steps. And then like once I get to know you better and maybe I don't care for you, but it's going to be obvious that I don't.
Right.
You know, and then I'll just tell you why. There's never been an instance where I'm like, I just don't care for that person. And I've never had like a legit reason. I've never done that. I've never thought, man, I really don't care for that person, and thought I didn't have a reason why.
Well, I mean, if there is a reason, maybe he'll tell me after listening to the show.
He doesn't listen.
Okay. Well, either way, it has no burden on me at all. If people,
I guarantee you, he's not listening because you're on it. That's why.
If people hate me, I mean, it honestly doesn't bother me. I don't lose any sleep over it.
Yeah, because you're a nice fucking guy, Steve Carell. I don't lose any sleep because you feel like there's a chip in your neck, and then people are listening 24 hours a day, and you can't say anything mean ever.
I'll say mean things if I ever have a mean thing to say about somebody.
God, I gotta find. I need there to be a day where you just fucking, where you just unleash the fucking fury.
Well, like the only thing I have, like I apparently come up to comics sometimes if they're wasting time on stage. I don't like that. That's one thing I don't like.
What do you consider wasting time?
Like if they go on stage and they're just dicking around.
What do you consider dicking around? Just like talking to the audience, or like
just like,
you know, blowing bubbles, sticking their finger up their nose? Just like, what do you consider dicking around?
Like sometimes, like I've had somebody go on there just like, I don't even know why the fuck I'm up here. Fuck this, or just like they're just oh, I'm sorry. Can I swear on this?
Yeah, okay. I've been cursing the entire time.
Now he asks.
Sorry, but like it's like I have this mentality where I do stand up because I'm trying to I'm trying to perfect a craft. Like this is kind of work for me, and then like I work on my jokes if I see somebody go up there.
And somebody's like, I don't know why I'm up here. Fuck this.
Yeah.
And you're like, why is Valence Michael losing his mind on stage?
I like Valence. He's nice.
No, fucking stop. Yes, he is nice, but he's like famous for his breakdown on stage once at a chauffeur room. Speaking of breakdowns,
I remember Valence Michael. He was headlining at Circuit, and he played the bongo drums. That was fun.
he's amazing, and I love him.
Yeah.
And he is a nice guy. However, there's a YouTube video of him of like losing his fucking shit on stage, and it's hilarious, and that's why I made that reference. And you're sitting here thinking I'm being a bitch to him.
No, I absolutely do not think you're a bitch. I don't.
Yeah.
You're passionate about things that you believe in.
Oh my God. Participation trophies for all.
I will never be a father. I don't want kids.
Really?
Really?
I would have never thought that.
I know I get that a lot.
I would have never thought that about you.
People think I want to be a dad. I generally don't want to be a father.
Why?
Just never wanted to.
Why? Do you not want to have intercourse, or do you not want to like actually be a parent and mold a human being that's going to have to live for the rest of its life as a reflection of you? The second one?
The first one probably. Actually, sex scares me.
Yeah.
Women scare
Are you
me.
asexual?
I thought so. But then I was like, oh my God, 23 years old, vaginas are actually kind of cool.
At 23 you thought that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have thought asexual too, especially with the cello stuff.
You think that, like, as soon as I got out of high school, it was like, I want to go to college and then learn it.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, I'll just do this then.
And then all of a sudden, like, the Revenge of the Nerds movie starts playing.
Yeah, I was just like,
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
and meanwhile, your firstborn is named Gilbert now.
God, at least they have sex. Lucky people.
I mean, they have to earn it.
Yeah, by
Okay, he had to put on a Darth Vader mask and
and then-
pretend to be somebody else to
and then
fuck that
rape her,
girl in the moon
basically,
bounce.
which
Okay,
is-
yeah, come on.
It was kind of like rape, wasn't it?
It
Like,
wasn't kind of like rape. It
was
was rape.
rape,
She
yeah.
kept saying Stan, and then he still fucked her. That's weird, right?
Like he went down on her.
Just me?
And
By
then
the
he
way, they have
fa-
naked pictures of her, and people are eating whipped cream off a plate, and that's her tits hanging out.
Mhm.
That's the movie I watched when I was 4.
Yeah, I watched the worst thing I ever watched when I was young was Jaws. I watched Jaws when I was like 5 years old.
See, but I was too young to understand like any of the sexual innuendo.
References,
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't get it. I didn't get any of it, but I just thought the nerds were hilarious, and my dad let me watch it.
Well, you gotta admit that violin thing at the end.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was awesome.
We're lambda, 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 and the omega moves. And we come here on stage tonight to do our show for you. We got Poindexter on the violins, and Louis and Gilbert will be joining in. We got Booger Presley on the main guitar, and then there's little old me Lamar. Hell yeah.
That was awesome.
Ba, 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 da, ba, ba. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I nail that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I go.
Yeah. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 whoa. What happened when Pink Panther stepped on an ant? I don't know. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. I mean, I've watched it way too much. So anyway, moving on.
When you can quote a movie, that's not watching it too much. That's you saying I love this movie.
I
and
love this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can do Talladega Nights all day, Step Brother all day. You can do Revenge of the Nerds all day.
I could do Revenge of the Nerds all day. I could do Wayne's World all goddamn day.
Yeah, Wayne's World.
Yeah, party time. Excellent. This is Stan Nikita's Donuts. Excellent Munchables. Hey, look, it's Wayne's World party. We've got $5,000. We got $5,000. Just love it. I
It's
love
sad
it.
that no one can see you doing like a little
I give her a
dance.
soundboard and she just doesn't.
Oh,
touch it.
sorry. Well, you don't pot me up, and that's what.
It's up. It's up. It's up.
And there we go.
Does anyone else smell bacon?
Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely smell a pork product that's gum tight.
See?
That was the timing tonight's a little bit off, but I like it. It's still
Sphincter says what?
there. We go.
A sphincter says what?
Huh? What? Exactly. So what is the difference between Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man? Well, you see, Wayne, Mrs. Pac-Man has a pink bow on her head. You don't say. All right, we'll stop it with the movies. Moving on. Moving on.
I just have something to watch when I get home again.
Yeah, I know, right? I love that movie so hard.
Yeah,
I even like the second one.
really.
Yes.
I can tell you that there's there's like a line of people. Either you like Wayne World 2 or you hate it.
I just am a huge Mike Myers fan. Like I love So I Married an Axe Murderer. I love all of his.
That's a
SNL
fantastic
skits.
movie that a lot of people don't really actually think about.
I was just talking to this girl Nikki about it today. Just love that stuff.
It's a fantastic movie, and it's like an archive movie that a lot of people don't know he actually was
Oh
in.
yeah, and he was like 3 different characters in that movie, just like before Eddie Murphy did it.
Right? Yeah. It's like when he's just that dad. It was like
Yeah.
that's
Kid, pants, no. Well, that was a bit harsh, wasn't it?
If you like my bartend, you think I'm sexy.
He's gonna cry himself to sleep tonight on his huge pillow. Look at it. No, look at the boys. Look at the size of that boy's noggin.
Look at her.
It's got its own weather system.
Look at you, boy.
So Charlie tells me you're a butcher. A butcher, yes, I'm a butcher.
I never realized it was him until afterwards when I
Oh,
saw the
yeah.
credits. I was like, wait, that's him.
What? You're like,
Yeah.
what? Yeah, it's good.
That was still like a young movie for me. It was like 8 or 9 when I saw it.
Oh man, that is good.
Yeah.
That's good. I read it in the paper. How can you refer to the Weekly World News as the paper? The paper has facts. This has facts. That's how I do my Garth Brooks juice diet. I'm sorry.
No, I
know.
This is
the
what
listeners have already tuned out. They're fucking ready to stab me in the throat.
yeah, they immediately
They're
saw
like,
that.
get back to insulting this guy. What is your day job?
I am a equipment coordinator for a dental supply company, which is
Squeeze me?
I just move around stuff in a warehouse for doctors.
For doctors or dentists.
Dentists, yes.
Yeah, DDS.
Yes, which are some of the most hateful people I've ever met.
Yeah, dentists are fucking whack. Did you see the news story about the one that was just pulling kids' teeth because he got money from Medicare or shit?
Oh yeah, we actually had to drop those customers. It's actually a nationwide service. They're called Small Smiles. They were
Isn't that's fucking nutso?
yeah. We have like one of the stories we heard was a kid was strapped down because he was moving so much, and they put fillings in all of his teeth, his baby teeth.
Yeah.
So like his other teeth grew in wrong because when you put fillings in, they go down the roots. So when they come out, the other ones were coming in crooked, and so he needed braces.
And yeah, like it even said in the article, like, can you cap a tooth twice? Sure. Like, do you get paid for pulling them? Sure. So they just did all this work in these kids' mouths just to get paid.
Yeah, because like a lot of those places were foster care, so the government pays for not even a second thought. What, $14,000 for this kid's to like checkup? Yeah.
Yeah, like what a shithole piece of shit dentist.
Yeah, and it immediately went viral for that stuff.
Yeah, I hope so. By
Yeah.
the way, I'm really sorry, but if I had a kid, I wouldn't be in the waiting room for 3 fucking hours either.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't go to a dentist where I couldn't sit next to my kid in a chair once you're gassing them up.
Yeah, I've been in those offices before,
Yeah,
and
how's that?
it had the sign "Parents can't come by this." I was like,
Nope.
if I was a parent and I saw that, if my niece went to it, I was like, no, I'll go back there. I know what goes on back there.
F all of that.
Like she's not old enough to make decisions for herself. Why would I let her go back there and endure that by herself?
Since you're from North Carolina, who do you live with here? Did you move up here with your family?
No, I learned about this job, and my aunt told me about it, and I moved up here, and I've been living on my own since.
So funny that you say aunt, even though in the South they say aunt.
Yeah, we call it aunt, but yeah, I call her aunt.
What happened?
What do you mean?
Did you just say it for me, or did you
Yes,
you want to say aunt?
I'm hiding my accent right now. Like,
You're not hiding it very well.
Thank you. You can't. A lot of times you can't hide what's inside.
You really can't. Bunch of A cups and a lot of dick remarks.
Hey.
Oh my god, are you gay?
No, I used to do that
I
to
was
my
gonna get real excited.
I used to do that with my sister. She's gay.
My sister is also gay.
That's awesome. Good for her.
Good for her. She's on her second wife.
Mine's on her first wife.
Well, that's just how broads do it. Second date means a U-Haul.
U-Haul?
Yeah, it's from the L Word,
Oh,
which I watched every episode of.
I've never seen the L Word. Is it good?
The L Word is good, and so is Queer as Folk. I highly recommend those two
Queer
very
as Folk.
gay shows.
Well, I would think that going in that they'd be the straightest things I've ever seen, but thank you for...
No, just a bunch of dudes and chicks banging one another. No big deal. I'm actually not gay, and I'm not attracted to women, although I do find women attractive, if that makes any sense. But there was a woman.
It does.
There was a woman named Shane on the L Word that I weirdly became attracted to because she was like the hottest, dudiest of men, and I fucking was like, why am I attracted to this woman? I'm questioning everything in my life.
It could be attracted to her personality.
She was a dick.
Are you attracted to dicks?
Explains everything.
There you go.
I am attracted to dick. My dad is like, fucking Jesus Christ.
Earmuffs.
Yeah, earmuffs, Dad. He's like, oh.
Yeah, my dad
Too late.
has never
As
listened
usual.
to any of my stand up.
Really? My dad is like my number one fan.
No, my parents.
No matter what she says.
No matter what I say, he loves it. I change my set list when I know he's in the audience.
Will
too.
I see him Saturday?
Saturday? No. He might come to the Mallet. I don't know.
That would be awesome.
Oh, the Mallet? You're at the Mallet?
Yeah. What are you doing Saturday? Come up.
Yeah, Wendy, plug your shows when you're.
Well, in Kingsville, across the street from the Texas Roadhouse on Route 1, Bel Air Road, and it is junction with Mountain Road 152.
Yeah.
I'll be at the Mallet with headliner Mickey Coachella, formerly of 98 Rock, and of Mickey. It's Mickey on the More Network. So come up and hang out and pay and have drinks and do things there.
It was awesome. I did a show with Mickey at the Mallet like 2 Fridays ago.
Well, I think you should come hang out
Oh, yeah,
with your wang out. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
It was great.
Did I not hit the mark on that one?
That was
No.
an awesome plugs.
Yeah, that was an awesome plug. Like, did you rehearse that?
No.
I
don't rehearse that. I didn't rehearse that. Yeah, so I'll be there this Saturday night. If anybody wants to come out and see me do stand up and watch me in a very cute pair of shoes. May even curl my hair for that one.
What kind of shoes?
Oh, don't even.
Oh, the shoes.
We don't even have the time to talk about my shoes.
The shoes.
Raised by
Shoe
all
porn.
women. I know a lot about shoes.
It's a whole new show.
Yeah.
Sadly.
It's a whole
we don't
new
have the
show.
time. It's a whole other show. It is a whole other show. I'm also doing a big timing comedy show coming up soon, but it's in Salisbury, so if I have any fans out there near the stake of colleges, then you can come to Rody Joe's, and that's where I'll be.
How do you build your fan
Almost down Route 15.
How do I build my fan base? Well, my coworkers this morning tweeted a picture of my butt, so I gained 40 new Twitter followers that way. How do you gain your fan base?
That's how I'm trying to do. Like, if I'll just post a picture of my ass, that might work too. I don't think I'll get as many likes as you do, but
To be totally honest with you, I've been doing it for over 5 years now.
you okay?
Yep. I've been doing stand up for over.
You love every minute of it.
Did I love every minute of it? In retrospect, yes, but while I was going through it, absolutely not.
Yeah, there's those tough nights, but
Yeah,
I can't wait to keep getting on stage.
no, that's the thing. I feel very for lack of a better word, incomplete because I don't get to do as many shows. I do one, maybe two a month now because my schedule is so
Hectic.
Right.
Right.
And it's hard because if they're far away and they're late, I can't say yes to them because I love my job and I genuinely want to succeed and I want to go further. And so I don't ever want to be tired and I don't want to be late and I don't want to be hungover. I don't want to be any of that when I show up in the morning.
No, absolutely. And it's going to those shows like where I live in Rosedale and getting a show like in DC. Like last night I headlined Jake's Boiler Room and I didn't go on until like 10:15, 10:30 and I didn't get home till like 12:30, 12:45 and I was just drained all day today.
And for the most part, I know, right? It sucks, but for the most part, the people that run rooms around here, DC, Virginia, Maryland, PA even, are very good about like getting you home. If you're like,
Right.
look, can I go up first or can I be like second or third in? I have to get up early.
Right.
It's just, I'm in a position now where if I get a feature, a headliner, and then, the show goes on for 2 hours. It's not,
Right.
I don't really do open mics that much anymore. And when I do, I definitely am like, can you please put me up earlier or, what have you. But even then, I just genuinely like the social scene. I like watching new people. I like getting, I don't know half of the new comics anymore. And I really do want to like sit down and check them out and listen and like see what they're about. And
yeah, I've just started performing a lot in DC, and it's like it's a whole new, different
it is
ball.
It's completely different down there.
And I met some of these fantastic comedians last night that I'd never even seen before.
Yeah,
and just more friends I've met.
I haven't done DC in a very long time, and I really like I told you before, like I really need to start stalking these rooms. I just want to like get out there and be social and meet who people are and see. I just want to laugh at new stuff and new people.
Yeah.
And I just want to do all that.
But especially when you just get done with a really rough day and you're just thinking, do I want to do that or do I want to be rested for the next day?
Yeah.
And
sacrifice sleep sometimes for that. Like, for instance, my best friend Laura wants to, like, she wanted to go to Coco Lane one night, and I sacrificed sleep for that. But I had so much fun.
Right.
You know, like, Mickey showed up out of nowhere, and then Rob Mayer was there, Mike Quinlan was there, and I just had so much fun.
Yeah.
You know, and it was, like, worth it. It was worth getting, like, 3 hours of sleep.
Right. Yeah. I love Mickey Coachella too. He's just the nicest person to me.
He taught me how to do crowd work. I owe that man a ton.
Right.
A ton. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him do he did 2 hours at the Mallet.
That's every set.
Yeah.
That's every set he does.
It was fantastic.
No, he's great. And he's great with crowds, and he's always, like, off the cuff.
Mm-hmm.
Never writes shit down. He's good at that.
I saw him do Sonomas, like an hour and a half of Sonomas, and then 2 hours at the Mallet, only 2 weeks apart, and then nothing was the same.
Yeah.
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 It's good to watch. It's good to watch something like that in person, so you can learn from it, absorb from it.
I did. I probably did stand up for maybe a year and a half, and Jim Meyer. Jim Meyer is the reason that I won a Magoobies contest, because he was standing up for me. And Jim Meyer is one of the people that told Mickey that I was quote unquote up his alley. And he gave me a 5-minute guest spot at the Stables in Westminster, and the rest was history. Like, he booked me for like 10 other shows that year. And I mean, I was still pretty wet behind the ears, and he definitely was a great mentor, and he was molding me. And I'm very fortunate now that, like, if he books me, like, I feel confident in what I can do without ever being hard. You know what I mean? Like, he was definitely a huge reason
Instrumental.
why, huge reason as to why I was, like, putting in the effort. And, like, my whole dream, like, starting out was to do stand-up with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so funny because I knew who he was as a stand-up comedian. I never knew he was on the radio.
Really?
Like, I saw his face and his stand-up at Burke's.
Uh-huh.
With my ex-boyfriend, Steve, and I cried laughing. I loved it so much. And then I was like, oh, my God, that's the guy on the afternoons at 98 Rock. So when people see him, they're like, I never thought you looked like this. And I'm like, oh, I always knew how he looked. I never knew he was on the radio.
That's crazy.
Isn't that weird?
And then you got to the point, like, when you first sat down, you said, hey, I'm actually going to do a show with Mickey Coachella. Was it
I can tell
overwhelming?
you, well, yeah, because he had me as a guest on the 98 Rock morning show.
Mm.
And I couldn't sleep no matter how many glasses of wine I had. I probably lost like 10 pounds because the entire week I was nervous.
Right.
My phone didn't charge. I woke up at like 10 minutes before I was supposed to walk out of the door. I couldn't shower. I ran. Like, I was just a constant wreck. As soon as I did the show and I was off of the show, my phone was blowing up in like all my friends and Facebook and Dad. And then I did the show that night at the Stables, and like, after that, I was finally able to relax. But for a solid 10 days before that, I pooped like 10 times a day.
Yeah.
I couldn't eat. I was constantly stressed out. I was so nervous. It was so nerve-wracking. Yeah.
Well, it's someone you've idolized, and then with your craft, and then you thought I would never get to that point where I'm going to perform with them, and then you're finally doing it. It's like a dream come
I
true.
got a 5-minute guest spot, and it was a packed room, and my dad was there, and it was like, just it all worked out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was very fortunate. And then I think maybe a year after doing stand-up with him, I met Joe Robinson. And then I realized, not everybody's like Mickey. That guy's a dick.
Damn.
No, it's really funny because I actually really like Joe. But we did a show at, I don't know what the fuck the name of that like yacht club was up in like Cecil County, but
Middle River
it was
Yacht Club.
In Cecil County.
Oh no.
It was
They don't have yachts in Cecil County.
That's
the
all I know.
Wellwood.
Oh, the Wellwood.
Yeah.
So I'm there, and I'm dating Mike Turpin at the time. This was like over 2 years ago or whatever.
Oh, that's right. You did.
And so I'm there, and I'm telling jokes. It's the first time I've ever met Joe or even heard of him. Apparently, he was really big into the game like years prior.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I meet him, he's like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you." And then he's like, "Oh, you date a comic?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "It's not gonna work out." That's the first thing Joe Robinson ever said to me. Now, granted, it didn't work out, but what a dick fucking thing to say to somebody you just meet.
Right.
It's Joe.
Especially a
It's
girl.
Joe.
But that's the thing. Like now I know who he is. That's a wonderful thing to say. I love
Joe. He's on
But
the
when
More
you
Network.
don't know who he is, you're like, what a jerk.
Yeah, brutal honesty at the first meet is a bit.
Yeah.
It's a bit overwhelming.
Yeah. It's been a road. And there's just many more adventures to come, I can only imagine.
Right. I completely agree with you on that.
Wow, that was a whole solid 10 minutes of me. I apologize. You're
No.
the guest.
I enjoy talking to people about
Wendy
themselves.
and friends.
Yeah.
It's Wendy's and friends.
Yeah, it's Wendy, interrogate your friends is what that means. That ampersand means interrogate your.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I'm done now. So, is there anything that you want to plug? Twitter, Facebook, shows coming up? Talk to me, Goose.
Goose.
There's two O's in Goose, boys.
Let's see. The only thing I got to plug is my Twitter, which is Gravy Goodness.
At Gravy Goodness.
Yes. Facebook, Southern Fried Comedy. And
These are wonderful names.
yeah, I know. I'm starting to realize that I need to just lump them all together as one word, or just one thing, because my
Gigs coming up.
sorry.
Brownie Blondie Sunday.
Friday I'm doing a show with Ivan Martin in Baltimore at the Performing Arts Center, and Saturday I'm doing a show. I just can't remember off the top of my head where at.
I'm sorry, what day?
Saturday.
Well, it sounds really important.
He's looking.
I'm so sorry. I'm doing a show tomorrow with Michelle Sometimes Gray, and we're doing a comic books themed show, which is going to be awesome. And I'm doing a show with Jeremy Hall. Doing a show with Jeremy Hall at a family reunion.
Can I tell you right now that he's like my P1 listener, and he hates you right now.
Who?
Jeremy Hall.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeremy does not hate me.
Well, he hates you for not remembering the fuck you have a show with him on Saturday.
I'm trying to remember where, but I just remember it's a family reunion.
Yeah, he's been
Sounds
posting
like a private gig, and so he
he's
doesn't
been
really.
posting about it on Facebook for the last 2 weeks, but whatever.
Yeah, he posted about what we have to do. We can't do any Sinbad humor.
And you forgot what show you were doing.
I just remember the address.
They can't.
What's the address?
They
It
can't
is
tell because it's a private gig.
635 Elks Club Road. It's the Elks Club in Stevensville.
So I guess you can't come to the Mallet Saturday. You're busy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a dick move.
I didn't. I apologize. I can't
Damn
come
it.
on Saturday.
Southern
I'll
hospitality.
find you some Saturday.
Can't make a no, it's all right. Whatever.
I love to see
I'm
you perform,
going.
Wendy.
It's all right. It's all right, everybody. No big deal. Just telling jokes. Rarely do it anymore. It's all right, Pa.
Well,
I'm just
see,
gonna whitewash your fence.
The mallet is right around the
all right,
corner from
Paul.
Narnia.
That wasn't even like that was Louisiana almost.
Is it different?
Yes, there's a very big difference. There's a big difference between
South.
Well, look at you guys. You guys have like Dundalk accent and Baltimore accent. They're 20 minutes apart from each other, but
What?
No,
It's-
they're the same, right?
no.
I have no accent.
You guys have accents to me. Like that's
We have accents to you.
what? Like
He
you're-
never has watched the national news. It's
You
okay.
you don't watch the national news?
not to on
Of
a
course not.
schedule. Why would I?
I don't know.
Because
buddy.
they have no accent.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd love to see Southern news. Hey, something happened. I don't care what it is. It didn't happen to me.
I'll
Here's
hear-
weather.
I'll hear about it later at the pitch and putt.
Here's weather. Oh, so we got this country over here that's about 67 feet. Looks like like about an inch and a half on the map.
Doesn't matter. They're all terrorists.
Oh yeah.
All terrorists. Get your guns. Hide your sisters.
Hide your sisters / wives. Woo!
Exactly. My jeans are only good enough for me. So
The only one gonna fuck my sister's gonna be me.
it's getting real weird in here.
I know.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me,
And
Wendy.
now I'm excited to talk to your arch nemesis about the deletion, the Facebook deletion.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to call it Deletion Gate 2015.
Deletion gate.
Well, I mean, we've already tapped out with the fake cancer, so I need to know why somebody deletes you on Facebook.
Okay.
Just kidding. I don't know if we've tapped out. There could be somebody else.
Oh no,
faking
there's
it.
plenty of room.
There's
for
There's
more.
there's definitely thousands of people.
Oh
I mean, they
God,
still
trust
talk
me,
about
I
it.
know.
Hashtags and all that. I mean, we haven't had a scandal in Baltimore in a while, so why not?
Are you sure? Because I don't know if you heard about the riots.
I'm sorry, the comedy scene.
Oh, okay.
The
In the comedy scene,
the
we haven't had a
riots?
scandal?
Besides, when was the last time we had a scandal?
I mean, I feel like that cancer thing was pretty frequent. It was pretty recently.
That was like 2 months ago.
Is that not recent?
Oh, usually it's like every other week. Something monstrous comes up.
Right now, I can tell you that 2 people have inquired about the silence that is Dave's chauffeur right now, and how he has not been promoting anything or answering back on messages
yeah, thanks, Dave.
or
Appreciate your-
posting on Facebook or Twitter. So that could be the new scandal as to why he's doing this.
Where is Dave?
This whole
Oh yeah, he didn't promote
radio silence.
me being on here tonight.
He didn't, but you know what?
Yeah, my little helper.
You know what? I did it. I made my own status.
Yes,
It was
she
good.
did.
I liked
She
your
did.
status.
I wiped my own ass.
your,
Atta
your
girl.
status was seriously misleading. I was like,
It was not misleading because here's the thing. I thought I was kidding, and then I realized I was not.
when I told
That people genuinely don't like you and they delete
And believe
you
it
from
or
Facebook.
not, alcohol did not play a role.
yeah, apparently alcohol
I
did
had to
not
get
let-
him
No,
in.
I completely
I'm just
agree.
saying. I'm like, no, he's the nicest guy, and then you're like, well, so and so doesn't like me, and I'm like, holy shit.
It probably has nothing to do with my personality. Probably just how I do comedy.
Ward is everything to do with your personality, and he hates people that have nothing bad to say about that person at all.
Well, I'm sorry that someone doesn't
Just
like
kidding. I don't care enough.
Me.
Well, thank you for coming, and thank you for
Absolutely.
driving all the way up here. At least
course.
traffic on the way back will be not as bad.
Yeah.
Gravy ride back.
Tell Jeremy I said hello, break a leg,
Hi,
all
Jeremy.
these shows that you have, and find a way to not do one day of the week so we can cook together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay?
Now let's go ahead and start quoting Wayne's World and Talladega Nights again.
Party time,
Okay,
excellent.
then.
Play me out, Michael.
You've been listening to Wendy and Friends. You can find more information on Wendy and her comedy at wendytownsend.com. Wendy is also on Twitter at Wendy Stars. That's Wendy with an I.
Wait a minute, baby. Stay with me a while. Said you give me light, but you never told me about the fire.